Today on Oregon News, a breakdown on the Springfield School District's $10.4 million budget deficit for the next school year. Lane Community College's new baseball field opens after 4 years of construction.
Over 50 years later, a second Tracktown Pizza location opens up in Springfield. And an update on Oregon baseball's weekend series against Youngstown State. All that plus more coming up. Good morning and welcome to Oregon News. I'm McKenna Rowland.
And I'm Quinn Huber.
This morning we start off with an update on the Eugene City Council.
They have rejected a proposal that would have banned drivers from donating to panhandlers while in traffic. Under the proposed ordinance, motorists could have faced a $50 fine. Supporters said the measure was meant to improve traffic safety and discourage pedestrians from stepping into roadways. Councilor Alan Zelenka spoke out against the ordinance, sharing concerns about its impact.
There's no statistics that show that this is a problem. We haven't seen it actually create a problem. I think there's much better uses of EPD's time than like catching bad guys than doing this.
The measure ultimately failed in a 2-5 vote.
ICE out protests in late January turned into riots at the Eugene Federal Building. The Federal Bureau of Investigations has 3 Eugene individuals on their most wanted list. The agency is offering up to a $5,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the suspects. If you have any information on this case, you can submit a tip at the number 1-800-225-5324 or online at tips.fbi.gov.
Eugene Police Chief Chris Skinner discussed the city's 2025 crime statistics during a press conference on February 19th. Skinner says criminal trespassing remains Eugene's most common crime, up 54% from last year. Several other categories declined, like theft, vehicle theft, and vandalism. Burglaries also dropped more than 31%. Overdoses are down 24%, reaching a 4-year low. However, some violent crimes increased. Incidents classified as forcible rape rose more than 39%, and aggravated assault increased by 13%. Looking ahead, Skinner says the department's next priority is traffic safety. Skinner said, quote, "The police department is committed in 2026 to ramping up our traffic enforcement orders to create a safe and drivable Eugene," end quote.
The Lane Fire Authority announced that it's pausing time-off requests for all employees for dates after June 13th. This announcement comes as the agency faces budget challenges and an upcoming vote for a bond levy in the ballot in May. This initiative looks to add 2 full-time fire paramedics and create a new living quarter in the South Division response area to improve response times and coverage. Last November, voters turned down the proposal by 300 votes. This measure would increase property taxes from 35 to 55 cents per $1,000 of assessed value beginning next tax year. If the measure is approved, the increase would apply to Lane County taxpayers for the next 5 years.
The Springfield School District will face a $10.4 million budget deficit for next school year. According to the district website, projections show a $6.19 million decrease in revenue and a $4.2 million increase in spending. Factors contributing to the deficit are as stated: reduced revenue funding from the state, salary and benefit increases, raising prices for goods and services required like building improvements, declined enrollment. Lucia Jenkins is a volunteer from Family School in Eugene, and she has seen classes combined with students from Camas Ridge Elementary. She shared her thoughts with the current state of integrated classrooms.
Camas Ridge will get to fill their building because right now they've got 263 is what they have for students, and it's like 450 is what they can put in the building. And we've only got 110 right now. And next year they're slated to have like 250, less than what they have this year. So this is going to fill their building and continue to let us, live. And yeah, I feel like it's a win-win.
The announcement comes after the Springfield School District cut 36 staff members in January. Moving faculty members and combining classes are necessary for combating the deficit. The district's budget committee will meet on March 12th. They will update projections and review spending for next school year.
Last week, the Associated Students of the University of Oregon announced the approval of their program budgets for the 2026-2027 school year. This includes an I-fee increase if approved by school administrators. ASUO Speaker of the Legislature, Quadrian Gill, has an inside perspective of what this means for students.
Yeah, as we've seen, it can be really hard to get the attention of some of like the big decision makers here on campus when like students advocate for things that we want to see. Usually it takes some sort of like legitimacy such as ASUO and the IFE to show administration like these are things that students need and things that students like want to be able to thrive here at school. And essentially like most of the big programs here at school like duck rides and the bikes and things such as that like were fought for by students. And so like legal services, which like advocates for students when they're like getting kind of screwed by landlords here in the area.
This year's IFE will be the constitutionally enforced maximum of a 5% increase, moving the cost to just over $160 per student. More information can be found at asuo.gov.com.
Lane Community College is having discussions about funding as well. The college just announced it has received a $1.6 million federal grant to help buy equipment for its brand new Industry and Trades Education Center. The grant was issued by the U.S. Department of Labor. In a press release, LCC President Stephanie Bolger said the grant will allow the programs to, quote, develop cutting-edge curricula and acquire essential equipment for training the next generation of skilled workers in advanced manufacturing and cybersecurity, end quote. This funding comes just a year after the brand new Industry and Trades building opened last January, which was funded through a 2020 bond measure approved by voters. Baseball season just started for Lane Community College, and they're playing on a brand new renovated field. Reporter Mario Nordi has the details.
Playing collegiate baseball isn't easy, especially when you don't have a playable surface to play on. However, after 4 years, Lane Community College finally has a new turf to call home.
We can do everything here. We can lift here, practice, BP, throw lives, like pretty incredible. And then in the fall we had like 30 games and they were all home. So it was like, this is sick.
The Titans held their second conference series of the year after spending 4 seasons sharing venues with other local colleges. And switching out the old dirt that constantly flooded for a brand new turf has flipped a switch for the program.
It's way more fun to have a place to defend and call home. You know, come to the yard every day and be like, this is our turf. Keep it nice, keep it fresh, and then let's roll these boys, you know.
The 2026 season is off to a great start, and with a schedule that isn't flooded with away games, Dean believes the program has what it takes to make it to a championship.
By the end of the year, we're just tired from traveling so much, so it's kind of rough. But the schedule this year, we have majority home games. I mean, take the ship, you know, why not? I think we have a good squad this year and a good yard to defend. You know, why not do it this year? It's my last year. That'd be a good way to go out.
Reporting from Lane Community College, I'm Mario Nordi, Oregon News.
Coming up next, a new Tracktown Pizza location opening up in Springfield and what this means for the iconic Eugene Pizza Company.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Dímelo, mi gente, it's Friday night y estamos activos. Head out early. Drinks flowing till 11 p.m. It's gotta be lit.
No sé qué pasó. I didn't even drink that much.
Welcome back. It is now called one of the deadliest avalanches in California state history after the bodies of 9 backcountry skiers were recovered in the Tahoe area. The Nevada County Sheriff's Office said the avalanche affected a group of 15 backcountry skiers who were finishing up on a 3-day ski trek in the remote part of the Sierra Nevada mountains. 6 survived the avalanche with non-life-threatening injuries. We know the victims of the avalanche. You can see their names and their photos on the screen. According to family members, they were all experienced skiers who were trained and prepared for this trip. Due to unstable snowpack conditions, the United States Forest Service announced that they will close the Tahoe area until March 15th.
The Department of Homeland Security has said that TSA PreCheck would remain available after announcing that it was getting suspended due to a lapse in funding. DHS first stated on Sunday morning that they were going to suspend priority airport security programs at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time due to the partial government shutdown. However, hours later, officials reversed that statement, saying that, quote, TSA PreCheck remains operational with no change for the traveling public, end quote. According to the TSA website, they will suspend courtesy and family police escorts at airports, and the Global Entry Program will remain suspended at participating airports. On Wednesday, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg testified in a social media addiction trial in Southern California. Zuckerberg testified for the first time in front of a jury, denying claims that Meta platforms like Instagram have intentionally developed addictive features that target younger audiences. Meta says it has numerous measures across their platforms in order to safeguard children online. After the trial, groups of affected parents gathered outside the courthouse in support. Jurors will hear from YouTube executives this week as the trial continues.
In the Oregon State Senate, Bill 1599 remains a hot topic. The bill aims to move a decision date to increase gas and transportation taxes. If a majority vote upholds the bill, a change in these taxes will come in May. If not, changes will come in November during the midterm elections. On Wednesday of last week, members of the Republican Party walked out of the Senate session. This ended any further discussion on the bill between the two parties. The Democratic Party introduced the bill, but Republicans in the Senate have been heavily against it. According to a letter between Republicans and Secretary of State Tobias Reed, the Republican Party believes moving the decision date would be illegal. The bill enters its 3rd Senate reading later today, with a decision due on Wednesday. Updates from today's Senate session will be available on OregonLegislature.gov.
The Glenwood area, which borders the city of Eugene and downtown Springfield, is most well known for Roaring Rapids Pizza Company and Camp Putt Adventure Golf Course. However, the Springfield Economic Development Agency wants to turn the area into a mixed-use district for commercial and residential businesses, and revamp it by adding a riverfront park and bike path. To share their plan, the agency hosted a meeting open to the public at Roaring Rapids Pizza Company Thursday night, with the infrastructure plan on display and the city staff and project partners present for community members to ask questions about the project.
So the project intent with the Glenwood Master Plan area is to ultimately connect the community to the river. The way that we hope to do that is through land use processes to make sure that we serve this area with infrastructure. We need to make sure that roads, pipes, sidewalks, everything is there for future development to be successful.
The Springfield Economic Development Agency has also partnered with organizations who own property in the area, including Roaring Rapids Pizza Company, Camp Putt Adventure Golf Park, and Homes for Good, to remodel the 22-acre area off Franklin Boulevard. The city expects a final master plan for the area to be approved by the fall of 2026.
Springfield is getting a new slice of a longtime favorite. Local classic Tracktown Pizza has officially opened their 2nd location, and reporter Shay Barnes has more.
In its almost 50-year history, Tracktown Pizza has held its sole location in Eugene off of Franklin Boulevard. I'm here on A Street in Springfield to check out the company's newest addition.
3 of the 4 co-owners of the company grew up in Springfield and attended Thurston High School. This expansion has been in the works since 2023 when Thurston Life Foundation approached Tracktown Pizza about occupying one of the retail spaces in the area.
Kind of felt like a no-brainer for us since we all grew up out here and there isn't a whole lot of options right by the school for students. And just to have a second location, that was always a dream, so we jumped on board. Definitely have been some challenges. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, from fun and exciting to terrifying and sometimes annoying.
After opening the location on February 9th, or National Pizza Day, the owners have faced some minor challenges, but they still see many high school students coming in for lunch daily, and at night, they see families and local sports teams coming in to enjoy a classic slice of pizza.
It has been excellent. Pizza is very, very good every single day for lunch.
Reporting in Springfield, Shea Barnes, Oregon News.
Coming up next, weather anchor Amelia Perano has an update on this week's forecast. Stay tuned for more on Oregon News.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
Dímelo, mi gente, it's Friday night y estamos activos. Head out early. Drinks flowing till 11 p.m. It's gotta be lit.
No sé qué pasó. I didn't even drink that much.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
love.
You're mine.
Welcome back to Oregon News. I'm Amelia Perano to let you know what to expect for this week's forecast to break down the Willamette Pass weather to start your Monday morning. Let's first jump into 3 things to note this week. Starting off, expect periods of rain and sunshine throughout the week. We'll see another stretch of chilly mornings, but thankfully it won't be as cold as last week. After those cold starts, afternoon temperatures will climb into the mid-40s and range up into the 50s. Not too cold, but still cold enough to grab a jacket. Heavy rain and slick roads will impact your Monday morning commute and continue to early Tuesday, so please use caution on the roads and shifting to the Willamette Pass, expect some snowfall due to the weakened storm system. Throughout, most of the precipitation will fall as rain. Trail conditions continue to improve with 19 out of 30 trails now open. We'll still see a possible frost throughout the week. Let's take a look at Eugene's 7-day forecast for the week. Today's high reaches 52 degrees. Monday morning brings heavy rain, and those wet conditions will linger through Tuesday. By Wednesday, sunshine returns, although clouds will hang around the midweek. Those clouds begin to build up back in Thursday and Friday evening. The good news, sunshine looks to gradually return just in time for the weekend, with temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 50s. Expect those mild conditions to last through Sunday. As we take a look across the region, can expect milder winter weather this week. Average highs will reach 50s across much of the area, while Coos Bay will see cooler temperatures in the lower to mid 40s. Temperatures will slightly drop ahead. Towards Roseburg along the coast, strong winds will develop around 12 miles per hour with gusts to 32 miles per hour. Those gusts should taper off midweek, but with wind chills could make it feel up to upper 30s, which cooler than actual air temperature outside. However, hazard sea warnings remain in effect until 7 a.m. on Tuesday. As As we travel farther towards Corvallis, high temperatures will continue to reach around 52 degrees, with lows dropping to 42, expecting steady rainfall with nearly a 100% chance of precipitation and totals approaching half an inch. In Bend, temperatures will dip as low as 33 degrees. Looking at our lows for this week, temperatures are trending a bit cooler. Coos Bay remains one of the warmer spots with lows around 48 degrees early in the week. However, cooler airs in the temperatures could drop to around 35 degrees later this week. As we move inland, Corvallis and Eugene will see lows of 46 and 42 degrees. If you're heading south towards Roseburg, grab a jacket and an umbrella because overnight lows will sit around 46 degrees. And 100% of precipitation rain could bring periods of heavy showers and breezy conditions. In Bend, temperatures will drop even lower, falling to around 32 degrees. Winds can make it feel even colder at times. Now for a snow update at Willamette Pass. If you've been waiting for more snow to kick in this winter, here's what to expect. Temperatures will reach a high of 41 degrees and drop to around 35 degrees with a chance of light snow showers mixing in with the rain at times this week. The slopes remain open, but an important update for skiers. Today, Monday, 23rd, skiing and riding will operate only on the Midway, and Sleepy Hollow Lifts operations on Peak 2 are currently paused. There you have it for weather. Coming up on Oregon News, sports anchor Jack Argood has the latest on sports around Eugene, as well as the Winter Olympics after our short break.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
love.
You're mine.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Oregon News. I'm Jack Argood, and it's been a hectic week for sports in Eugene, as well as sports around the world, including some impressive results for the United States in the 2026 Winter Olympics. The Oregon baseball team had another excellent week, moving to 8-0 for the first time since 2014. The Ducks scorched Youngstown State 15-6 on Sunday, led by Drew Smith, who started the game with a 3-run homer. The Ducks would score at 6 of their 8 at-bats and had 12 hits on the day. On the season, the Ducks have outscored opponents 88-19 and hit 13 home runs at PK Park. The Ducks will travel to Las Vegas for the Live Like Lou College Baseball Classic. And although the Ducks are hot, head coach Mark Wazowski isn't getting ahead of himself.
The baseball game is such a fickle game that it's literally just every day so new. You know, it can humble you so quickly, it's a game for me that's just played every pitch, and you just go pitch by pitch, and you create your own momentum. And so, whatever happened today or yesterday, the day before, really shouldn't affect tomorrow on a positive or a negative.
While the Ducks baseball team dominated all weekend, the Oregon softball team went down to Cathedral City, California, and participated in the Mary Nutter Classic, which brought a variety of highs and lows. The Ducks went 3-2 over the weekend and had an impressive 3 ranked wins as well as a disappointing 2 unranked losses. The Ducks did end their weekend on a high note though, with an impressive win over number 14 ranked Duke. Down at 1 point, 3-5 in the 7th inning, the Ducks would come back, and in extra innings, Amari Harper launched a shot deep into right field, scoring Kalen Jones and putting the game out of hand. The Ducks sit at 8-6 and will be in Eugene next weekend for the Oregon Classic. After a disappointing loss to Minnesota, on what has been a disappointing season for the Ducks, they showed some major heart on Saturday with a 7-0 run to end the game. The Ducks were led by Kwame Evans, who had 22 points, and Nate Biddle, who secured the game-winning free throws for the Ducks. Oregon basketball moves to 10-17 on the year and will face Wisconsin and Eugene this Wednesday. On the women's side of the ball, the Ducks went 1-1, beating Nebraska on Thursday 80-76, led by Ahisa Tute with 21 points, but falling to Indiana 72-65. The Ducks moved to 19-10 on the year and will be at Purdue on Wednesday. High school basketball playoffs are right around the corner. The boys 6A division begins play March 3rd, while the 5A division starts March 6th. Girls playoffs will start March 4th for 6A and March 7th for 5A. On Friday, a pivotal boys 6A matchup took place between 16th ranked South Medford and number 26 ranked South Eugene. Medford came in at the top of their division and with a playoff spot locked up, while South Eugene needed a win to keep themselves in the tourney. In the end, South Eugene will come up with the upset and win 67-57 to all but solidify their spot in the playoffs. Here's a look at how local schools stand in the boys rankings. Top 32 make it into the 6A playoffs and top 16 for 5A. Now here's a look at the girls bracket, where it's the same format as the boys, and we have North Eugene taking up the last spot as the season comes to a close. On the biggest stage, Team USA did not disappoint. Men's hockey beat Canada for gold and won its first gold medal since the 1980s Miracle on Ice. Jack Hughes scored the game-winning goal in overtime to immortalize Team USA hockey forever. The U.S. not only beat Canada for gold in men's hockey, but in women's hockey as well. This game also went into overtime, and Megan Keller scored the game winner, making it the USA women's hockey team's 3rd gold medal with their last gold since 2018. That's all for sports. Coming up next, a look at Little League spring training right here on Oregon News.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink, or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking, now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed, better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead, catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to Oregon News. Sunday brought a lot of rain, baseball, and smiles to Drifter Stadium for Little League spring training. Eugene East Lane and Sheldon Little League all came together fielding ground balls, pop fly drills, and batting practice to prepare for the upcoming season. All 3 leagues came into spring training with one goal to encourage participation and help kids build a long-lasting connection to the game before the season ends.
So this is our second year doing it, first year here at Drifter Stadium, so we really appreciate them donating their stadium to us today. The coaches were here donating their time, so it was amazing to have them out. But it's really about getting as many kids out, working through some stations. This, for a lot of them, this is the first time they've touched a glove all year, so it's just a little bit of practice to get them going for the season is all this is about. So, and hopefully have a little bit of fun too.
Yeah, we get to learn a bit about baseball and get better at it. I hope kids that hasn't done it already.
Registration is still open for the spring season, and opening day will kick off April 12th.
And if you've got a sweet tooth, today is one holiday you won't want to miss. This Monday, we are celebrating National Tootsie Roll Day. We have Tootsie Rolls here to eat. I'm so excited. I haven't had a Tootsie Roll in years. What about you, Quinn?
Neither have I. This is a long time coming for me. This is well deserved.
All right, well, that's going to do it here at Oregon News. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.